Good morning, students. See, in the yesterday's class, I was discussing atomic orbitals. Understand? Atomic orbitals. Now we shall discuss the atomic orbitals continuation. Yesterday I told you the boundary surface diagram for the s orbital, p orbitals and d orbitals. Correct now? So what is the summary? There is only one s orbital. There are 3 p orbitals and there are 5 f orbitals, d orbitals, and the shape of those orbitals also I have shown, and that diagrams are called what? Boundary surface diagrams. I told you. Only the f orbital concept is remaining. G orbital concept is not discussed in the textbook. Now let us start with the f orbitals. F orbitals. See, when you consider f orbital, f orbital has no specific shape, first point, because it covers all the 3 axes, like d x y dy z you are telling, d f x y z, like that we have to start. Very complicated, because see, whatever, for example, 4f if you consider, 4s is a spherical shape, 4p is having 2 lobes, which is I told you dumbbell like, and 4d is something like a double dumbbell with 4 lobes you should have. D orbitals have how many lobes? 4 lobes. Dz square almost have 2 lobes. But f orbitals have no specific shape, we can say. How many f orbitals are there? There are 7 f orbitals. How many f orbitals? There are 7 f orbitals. And f orbitals have no specific shape. F orbitals have no particular shape. When there are 7 f orbitals, how many electrons you can fit in the f orbitals? The maximum capacity of electrons. The maximum capacity of electrons in f orbital. In f orbital orbitals is how many? 7 means 40. So maximum 14 electrons can be accommodated in the f subshell, because f subshell has 7 f orbitals. F subshell has how many? 7 f orbitals. So this is all about the atomic orbitals. Understand? This is all about atomic orbitals. Now the next part is one of the very important part of our discussion. What is the next part of the discussion? You write here. Quantum numbers. Quantum numbers. This is the next discussion. Now look here. What is the distribution of the electrons around the nucleus? This we have to find with much more deeper. For example, if you consider hydrogen-like atom with a single electron, it can be explained by Bohr's theory. Or emission spectrum also provides certain information about the transition of the electrons also. But when you consider multi-electron systems, more than one electrons, how to find the location of the electrons? Try to understand. Understand? How to find the location of the electrons in the orbital. This play a very important role. See, the complete utility of three-dimensional space around the nucleus has to be properly justified, is it not? To explain the arrangement of the orbitals around the nucleus, quantum numbers are developed. What are quantum numbers? Simply, it is something like this. The information used to locate the electron, an electron you can say, an electron in an orbital is called informations are called quantum numbers. Now let us start with a simple logic. See, one of you have to be identified. Someone want to search you in Karnataka. Some name I will take. Maybe some Ramesh. So there are thousands of Ramesh in Karnataka, is it not? How to search the particular Ramesh? Address is required. Do you agree? Address is required, is it not? To trace it. Say, a Ramesh from Bhatkal. A Ramesh from Bhatkal has to be traced. Bhatkal, in Bhatkal also so many Ramesh are there. So the particular Ramesh of some particular village of Bhatkal. So to trace him, what is required is address is required. We require address. What address? I told you in Karnataka you are tracing. What address you require is, you require first the district. Say, your answer is North Canara district. So, out of 30 districts, your so much problem is solved. Straightforward, your location is North Canara district in Karnataka. In North Canara, many Ramesh are there. Next, immediately you expect Taluk, and the information given is Bhatkal. Again, you are so much happy. North Canara is a very big district. From Haliyal to Bhatkal, such a big location is not there in any of the district. Something like 300 kilometers, 250 kilometers from Bhatkal. This is one end, that is another end, or a Joida. So, can I move throughout the North Canara district? Now, it is impossible. So much my burden is solved because Taluk address has been given. Bhatkal Taluk is also big. So many are there in that name, Ramesh name. So what to do? The next address you expect, village or is a town. So they say it is Shirali. Okay? The address has been given, the village or post office, Shirali. In Shirali also many Ramesh are there, no? Shirali is the place. Next you expect house number or house name in that village, and say house name is some name like 71 or something, some street name with 71 number. So straightforward you go to that house and you will catch that Ramesh, will you not? Like that, suppose you think uranium atom, nucleus 92, uranium 235, 92 protons are there, it means 92 electrons are there. How to search the particular electron out of 92? I require address. That is why, what are quantum numbers? The informations used to locate an electron in an orbital are called quantum numbers. Like the informations used to search Ramesh. These are quantum numbers. Here also there are quantum numbers. Understand? Then what are the informations he used to locate his address? 6. 4 quantum numbers are defined. How many? 4 quantum numbers are defined. What are those 4 quantum numbers? 6. Principal quantum number. Principal quantum number, that is called designated with N. Azimuthal quantum number or orbital or subsidiary. Oh, everything is subsidiary quantum number. Subsidiary quantum number. L is the symbol. L. Magnetic quantum number. Next quantum number. Magnetic quantum number, and that is ML. Subscript L. ML. Spin quantum number. Spin quantum number. MS. Okay. Principal quantum number is like district. Azimuthal quantum number is like taluk. Magnetic quantum number will give the village or town name. Spin quantum number will give the house name, so that you can go and catch that particular electron in an atom out of, say, 92 electrons in the uranium nucleus, the uranium atom. So what are these quantum numbers? Is a 4 mark. Very, very important question now I am discussing, students. Now the most important part is the structure of atom chapter. For 4 marks. Many of the times this question is asked. The question is this. Give the significance of quantum numbers. Understand? Question is, give the significance of quantum numbers. This is the question going to be asked. I should start discussing these quantum numbers one by one. Look here, let us start with the principal quantum number. Yeah. Principal quantum number. Yeah. Yes. Principal quantum number. What is the significance? This we shall discuss first. Okay. significance. See, principal quantum number gives the Bohr's orbit, or the KLMN shells in which the electron is present. It is also called as main energy level with respect to Bohr's theory, and they are designated with KLMN, or I have told you n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, like that, no? That is given by principal quantum number. Even the energy of the orbits you can predict. As the n value increases, energy of the orbits also increases. Number of electrons also you can calculate with the formula 2n square. Another very useful information. How many electrons are there in any orbit? 2n square. 2 into 1 square, 2. 2 into 2 square, 4 into 2, 8 electrons, L shell. 2 into 3 square, 9 into 2, 18 electrons, M shell. 2 into 4 square, 16 into 2, 32 electrons, N shell. So, number of electrons you can predict, energy of the orbits you can predict, size of the orbitals in that orbit also can be predicted. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. 4s is all are spherical shape, but 4s is occupying more space than 1s, 2s, 3s. So I will write the significance. One mark question. Each quantum number signifies 1 mark, totally 4 mark. Very important. Very important. Okay. So, what is the significance? It gives the main energy levels. Energy levels in which the electron is present. As it is denoted with the n and takes positive integral values. Positive integral values. It takes positive integral values. N equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. These are the values. This implies K shell. This implies L shell. This implies M shell. Both orbit. This implies N shell and so on. Okay. And this also I should tell the total number of electrons. Total number of electrons in any orbit is given by 2n square. Now 1 square, 2 into 1 square. How many electrons? 2 electrons. 2 into 2 square. 4 into 2, correct? No? 8 electrons. 2 into 3 square, 9 into 2, 18 electrons. 2 into 4 square, 16 into 2. Understand? How many? 32 electrons. Next, n equal to 5. 5 square into 2, no? Correct? No. 5 square. 25 into 2, 50 electrons. This is oceans and so on. This is the way the main energy levels can be accommodated with electrons. This is like, compared with the district in Karnataka. That's what I told you. Main energy levels. So this is the information. Now you see, suppose you have been given an idea, n equal to 3. How many electrons are there? 18 electrons are there. I have to locate a particular electron, correct now? The information used to locate a particular electron. Then out of 18 electrons, which electron I should search? Then I ask next address. Like that. What is that next address? Hope you have understood what is principal quantum number. It gives the main energy level or Bohr's orbits, which orbit it is. That is all. Okay. Now the next second quantum number I should take. What is it? Azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. And the notation is L. It is also called orbital quantum number, subsidiary quantum number. These are other names for it. So what is the significance of azimuthal quantum number? Significance. See, it gives the atomic orbitals or the shape of the atomic orbitals in which the electron is present. Understand? It signifies two things. One signification, it gives the shape of atomic orbitals, or you can say subshell in which the electron is present. What are the subshell? Can you tell me? S subshell, P subshell, D subshell, F subshell. These subshell information is given by what? Azimuthal quantum number. Another information is also given by this. It also gives the angular momentum. The angular momentum of electrons in the orbitals. Note this, students. Angular momentum of the electron in the orbitals, that is also having a formula. Angular momentum equal to orbital angular momentum equal to h upon 2 pi into square root of L into L plus 1. This is the formula. H upon 2 pi, H is Planck's constant with usual notation. What is the value? 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 joules into second. So, what is the significance of azimuthal quantum number then? It gives the shape of atomic orbitals. What is the notation? Notation is L. Okay, next you see, L can take n minus 1 values. See this. L can take n minus 1 values. What is n? Principal quantum number. So this I will write, concentrate very correctly. Clearly you can understand. N is 1, then L is 0. And and this we call as 1s orbital. Try to understand? 1s orbital, because L0 signifies s orbital. Very, very important idea. This part what I am writing now. N equal to 2 implies L equal to 1 less than 2. L equal to 0 one value, L equal to 1 another value. N equal to 2, L equal to 0 is 2s orbital. N equal to 2, L equal to 1 is called 2p orbital. See student, why 1p orbital is not there is answered. Because the capacity of the K shell, N equal to 1 in K shell is only 2 electrons. What is the maximum capacity of one orbital? One orbital, 2 electron. How many capacity? 2 electron. How many p orbital is there? 3 are there. 2 p orbitals. How many p orbitals are there? 3 are there. How many electron? 3 into 2. 6 plus 2. 8. What is the capacity of L shell? 8. Do you agree? Okay. N equal to 3. Repeatedly watch this. You will understand. Listen to each and every word. N equal to 3 implies 1 less than 3. N minus 1 values. L can take N minus 1 values. L equal to 0. L equal to 1. L equal to 2. If you take L0, what is the orbital? 3s orbital. L equal to 1, 3p orbital. L equal to 2. And N is 3, no? So therefore it is 3d. It means d orbital starts from third orbit. K, L, M shell. From the M shell, d orbitals starts. You are already aware of the shape of the orbitals. Try to picturize them around the nucleus. Okay, N equal to 4 if you write, what will happen? N equal to 4 if you write, what will happen? N equal to 4 implies L can take value 0, 1, 2, 3 also. It can take 3 also. Do you agree? Do you agree? Then what are those orbitals? Can you tell me now? Because I have told you now, you understood now. Tell me this. 4s orbital, 4p orbital, 4d orbital, 4f orbital. See now, f orbitals begins from fourth principal quantum shell. That means K, L, M, N shell. Till N shell, F orbital will not begin. Why? Because maximum capacity of the electron, you try to write 2 electron, 6 electron, 4d 10 electron, 4f 14 electron, total 14 plus 10, 24, 30, 32 electron. Now n equal to 4, 2n square, who will you apply? 2 into 4 square, 16 into 2, 32 electron. I have given you the entire picture of distribution, correct now? How the 32 electrons are distributed? Because I have been given an address. n equal to 4, this is the district address, think like that, has been given to me, then 32 electrons. Now they said, L equal to 3, they said. Taluk address is also given like. Then what to do? I started searching L value, according to L value. Again I am having complication, because when I know that L equal to 3, I am out of 32. Now I am in 14 electrons. Again I need next address. That is what happens. Because the information is to locate a particular electron is quantum number. So what is the next quantum number? Magnetic quantum number. What is the next quantum number? Third quantum number is magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number. So what is magnetic quantum number? It is ML. Then why the necessity of magnetic quantum number? Because your problem is unsolved. Significance. Okay. Now you see, the subshells are divided into orbitals, correct now? The orbitals have different orientation, three-dimensional orientation, or it is called spatial orientation. This word I should use. For example, say this is PZ orbital, Z axis. This is Py orbital. This is called orientation. Suppose if I have been given L equal to 1, that is P orbital. 6 electrons I have to search. But if I am given further ML value, I can make much simpler. That is why, what is the significance? This I should write. What I should write? Spatial orientation of the orbitals. It gives the spatial orientation of orbitals. It gives the spatial orientation of orbitals. This is the information, and you know, ML value or ML values can take how many? 2L plus 1 values. How many values? 2L plus 1 values from see, minus L to plus L including 0. From minus L to plus L including 0. Is it okay? From minus L to plus L including 0. How many values? 2L plus 1 values. How it is? See this. L equal to 0, L equal to 1, L equal to 2, L equal to 3. Think like that. L equal to 4. What is the ML value? 2L plus 1 value. That is 2 into 0 plus 1 value. That is minus L to plus L. L is already 0. Minus 0 to plus 0. What is that? 0 only. Then L equal to 1 implies ML can take 2 into 1 plus 1. How many values? 3 values. Look here. 2L plus 1. 2 into 1 plus 1. 2 plus 1. That means 3 value. Minus L to plus L. Minus 1. 0 plus 1. 1 value. 3 values. L equal to 2. 2 into 2 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 values, minus L to plus L, minus 2, minus to 3 implies ml can take minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. How many? 7 values. Similarly, n equal to 4 you can write. Okay, now I'll tell you in detail. S orbital only one value. Px, Py, Pz. Correct now? Dxy, Dyz, Dz square. 0 stands for internuclear axis. Here, again I told mistake. Pz, x or y anything. Px, Py, Py, Px. Pz, Pz is 0. Z is internuclear axis. Internuclear axis is always taken as 0. Dz square. And here again there is a distribution in the entrance class. I will tell you which is dxy, which is dyz, which is zx, which is dx square minus y square and all. In the entrance question I will tell you. Then what about L equal to M equal 3? Minus 3, minus 2. How many? 7. How many f orbitals are there? 7 f orbitals are there. L equal to 3 means which orbital? It is f orbital. Is it correct? So that means ML values also can give you the spatial orientation. See students, at the end of each values, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 electrons. Each orbitals have how many electrons? 2 electrons. But I want a particular electron. Then I require the last quantum number. So what is that? Spin quantum number. Spin quantum number, and that is ms. Spin quantum number, ms. What is spin quantum number? What is spin quantum number? See, you have come up to the spatial orientation of the orbitals. If I summarize, principal quantum number told you the Bohr's orbit, k element shells. Azimuthal quantum number, subshells you have understood, s, p, d, etc. Magnetic quantum number has told you orientation of the orbitals, px, py, pz, dxy, like that, with 2 electrons, tracing up to 2 electrons. Now I want to locate a particular electron. That is why I require help of one more quantum number. What is that? Spin quantum number. So what is the significance of spin quantum number? Why the necessity of spin quantum number? Look, each orbital has how many electrons? 2 electrons. What is the capacity of any one orbital? 2 electrons. Now you are thinking of having 2 electrons in one orbital. Yes or no? See, these two are of negative charged particles. Both are negatively charged. How do you accommodate 2 negatively charged particles in the same orbital? Are they not repelling with one another? Then how to manage these 2 orbitals? By showing them with opposite spins. This is spinning in the upward direction and spinning in the downward direction. What does it mean? This I should tell you. What does it mean? What is a spin? Look here. Spin you know because, for example, you consider a cricket ball. Some spin bowler, what they do? They spin. This is a spin. I think while moving from the bowler's hand to the up to wicket, so many times it spins. Our electrons is also continuously with respect to its own axis. It has got a continuous spin. Why spin? To cancel the what? Force of repulsion between each other. See, so students, I always used to quote this example in the class. What is that is? So you all know this. What is that? Piche mode, is it not? So this example I always used to quote. See, one electron is doing a Piche mode from right side, like this. What about the another electron? Simultaneously doing the Piche mode from left side. But Piche mode does not mean once again coming back. I made a mistake because I have come back. It's not like that. See, for example, anti-clockwise spin I will stop now. Clock, hold a clock, clock rotates like this. Now anti-clockwise spin I will spin. 50%. Piche mode. Piche mode. Again. Simultaneously. From the clockwise direction you have to spin the electron. You have to spin the electron, it spins. We never have to spin. What happens? From clockwise direction a spin, 50%. Once again 50%. So continuously there is a clockwise spin. 50, coming back, like this. And it gives a momentum also, spin momentum, which is much stronger than angular momentum. Azimuthal quantum number I told you, much stronger than that. And this spin is different, and I will give you the address now. See, you go and catch that electron, which is having clockwise spin, which is having anti-clockwise spin, so that individual electron I have identified. That is how the significance of quantum numbers have to be explained. Understand? So, what to write the significance? It gives the spin of the electrons. It gives the spin of the electrons with respect to its own axis. So, the spin can be clockwise. S equal to plus half. Why half you have understood now? Piche mode is 180 degree spin is half. Suppose if someone spins to 360 degree, one full spin. It is a half spin. And the spin can be clockwise, S equal to plus half, or spin can be anti-clockwise, S equal to minus half. So you can show the diagram like this with respect to clock. How a clock rotates? Clock, S equal to plus half. So anti-clockwise, S equal to minus half. So spin quantum number is only two values. And in any one orbital, very important aspect, any one orbital with respect to magnetic quantum number, minus 1 or 0 or plus 1, the spin is always opposite spin. Otherwise we cannot have two electrons in the same orbital. Opposite spins. Never in an orbital, in a one orbital, two electrons can have same spin. Impossible. So this is how the significance of quantum numbers have to be explained. Yes. Now look here, students. I will summarize all the four quantum numbers what we have learned in the form of a chart now. Look, n equal to 1. N equal to 1 means what is the value of L? L is 0. What is the value of magnetic quantum number? L is also 0. What is the value of spin quantum number? Plus or minus half. That means 1 electron plus half, 1 electron minus half. How many electrons totally? 2 electrons. Is this correct? If you want, you can also have a notation. L equal to 0, that is 1 s orbital. Okay. Now, when you come to the K shell, n equal to 2, L will be 0, and ml will be 0, L will be 1, ml will be 1, ml will be minus 1, 0, plus 1, correct? Totally 3 values, and spin will be plus or minus half, plus or minus half, plus or minus half, totally 6 electrons. And here ml is 0, this is 0, and 2 electrons. How many total? 2. Orbit. How many? 2. How many? 8. Is it correct? Now coming to the third orbit, n equal to 3. L will be 0, L will be 1, L will be 2. What about the magnetic quantum number? 0. What is the magnetic quantum number? Minus 1, 0, plus 1. What is the magnetic quantum number? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. Okay, now what is the ml values? Magnetic quantum number values? Sorry, spin quantum number values? Plus or minus half. Here, how many? Plus or minus half, plus or minus half, plus or minus half. Here how many? ms values? Plus or minus half, plus or minus half, plus or minus half, plus or minus half, plus or minus half. 5 orbitals are there. So 5 set of plus or minus spin. That means the total electrons we calculate 2 electrons, 6 electrons, here 10 electrons, here total is 80 electrons. Yes, the last one this I will give you as a homework to you for little bit I will show you L equal to 0, L equal to 1, L equal to 2, L equal to 3. I think proceed. How many you will get at the end? Do you know how many you will get? 32 electrons you will get. 32 electrons you will get. So with this, the entire quantum number description of all the electrons are defined. So some of the rules are there related to this quantum number, which we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. Thank you.